Hello, my name is Stephen Lytton with Access Community Television. My guest today is Imtiaz Popat, and we're here to talk about LGBTQ community rights.
Thank you for having me, Stephen.
You're most welcome.
Pride season's coming up, and people always know that Pride started around Stonewall. It's the Stonewall in New York. And this happens to be the 50th anniversary, 1969, when the Stonewall riots happened in the United States. But what people don't know, that we started getting LGBT rights here in Canada even before that. It was 50 years ago, May 14th, when the former Prime Minister and Attorney General of Canada, Pierre Trudeau, said that Canada has no business in people's bedrooms. So that was the beginning of where they decriminalized homosexuality in the Canadian law, right? Basically, there was the sodomy law, which they used to criminalize homosexuals. So that was taken out of the criminal law. So that's the big anniversary taking place this in May and then going through June. So there is an exhibition taking place produced by the Queer Arts Festival here in Gaston at the Sum Gallery called 69 Positions. That opens this May and will go through the end of August, through the whole Pride season. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of other ceremonies taking place all across Canada marking this 50th anniversary. And of course, people are also celebrating this Pride season, the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots as well. So it's a big event. It's a big event for other prides in Metro Vancouver. It's the 40th anniversary of Vancouver Pride, and it's the 20th anniversary of Surrey Pride. Now, Surrey Pride is closer to the events of Stonewall. It will take place on June 29th, and this year it's going to be at Surrey City Central Plaza. And there'll be a big event, there'll be a flag raising. There's been controversy about whether or not Surrey City Council will raise the rainbow flag and the trans flag, but this will be risen at Surrey Central at the SFU Plaza there. So that's going to take place on June 29th. Before that, June 22nd, is Eastside Pride on Commercial Drive. So that will kind of kick off the Pride season. And then, of course, Vancouver Pride itself is the first weekend of August that takes place. So that's basically it. 40th anniversary of Vancouver Pride, 20th anniversary of Surrey Pride, and the 50th anniversary of decriminalization of homosexuality here in Canada, and the 50th anniversary of Stonewall.
So it's a big year.
It's a big year
Wow.
for LGBT. And we're still fighting for our rights. And in fact, Stephen, just a few days ago, we were protesting against Megan Murphy, who has been speaking at the Vancouver Public Library and also at the Croatian Center against trans rights. So here we are, we decriminalized, but that was just the beginning, right?
Yes.
And then we got gay marriage rights and things like that. But we're still fighting, because we're still fighting hate speech against trans people. So it's a big issue. And fine, we've got this coin that the government has issued, but that was just the beginning. But the fight's not over yet because, hate crime is still there, bigotry is still there, and we're still fighting.
What would you like to see?
Well, I think it's a milestone. This year is definitely a milestone, 50th anniversary of our rights as LGBTQ people. 40th anniversary of Vancouver Pride, 20th anniversary of Surrey Pride. So it's definitely, we hold stock and we celebrate that. But I think we still have a lot to do in terms of there's still hate out there. There's still bigotry. There's still homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism. It's still there. And yes, the government of Canada has apologized. But what about the city of Vancouver? It hasn't apologized for its activity, or any other cities, or Vancouver Police Department has not apologized for criminalization and how they raided our bars and so on, nor has the RCMP. So we have a lot to ask for and where to go. That fine, we are celebrating the beginning of our rights 50 years ago. That was just the beginning, and we celebrate. That's a good milestone, and we keep on fighting, Stephen.
So we've come a long way, but we've got a long way to go.
Exactly.
So who do we get a hold of, and who do we contact?
Get involved. Get involved with your local pride, whether it's in Surrey. Burnaby has a pride now as well, and Vancouver. And so just get involved in the different organizations and support the people who are fighting still for trans rights and for our rights and demand that, we need to be treated with respect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And if you want to get a hold of Imtiaz, and
yeah, you can just email me at imtiaz.popat@gmail.com.
Thank you very much for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.